Hello everyone, my name is Taiwo Unisa. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the practice of the explanation I did in the first video, which is on Data Factory, moving data from our premises to the cloud using Data Factory ETL, right? Extract, transform and load. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a login and password. Then we're going to create a user login, which I've already created here. I've created a login, but let's put this one, some login I've created. I put this one, someone, then password, I put this one, one address. So let's create a new login on the Adventure Works 2019, right? So I create this login created successfully. So let's create this user for the login successful as well. So let's go ahead and give a permission on that. Let's give a refresh on this. Refresh. Then give a permission on the user that we created. Someone, right? Okay, give it permission. We want to give a permission of membership. We want to give it data reader. So the permission is successful. So what next you have to do now is go and deploy our resources for the cloud environment. So let's create a data factory first. We want to create a data factory. So we want to put all the information we needed here. So source group, let me use practice, or it's just for practice purpose, right? So data factory name and put some one data factory. So let's see if the name is taken. Okay, the name is good. We want to deploy it on the East US, right? And the version is V2, right? So we want to go to GitHub. This is GitHub. Just leave it. Networking. So on this networking, I want to enable the auto resolve integration runtime, which is removing the data in between the cloud, right? So I want to enable this. So advanced, leave everything the same way it is. Let me just put a tag for this project, right? So let me review it. So these are the inputs, right? So let's create it. Why this one is creating, right? So let's go ahead and create a storage account. Storage, right? So let's create a storage. So I want to put this one on the same practice, right? So we want to give storage name. Some one storage 1S, right? That's one storage 1S. So want to leave it the same, want to deploy in the same region as this region that we left, how we created the data factory. So want to leave this one, I want to create it on this local redundancy. So in case you don't know the redundancy, I created a video on that already. So you can go to my channel to see, I put more explanation on that. So come to advanced. So you want to enable this and want to enable the hierarchical, right? So the main purpose of this is to just be able to see data lake generation too, right? That's why we enable that. Want to leave it on hot, right? So network, want to leave it on public for practice purpose. That I want to uncheck all this something, because after I'm done with this, I'll delete it. So I don't want to go and going through all this recovery routes. Yes, then want to leave all this one the same way it is. Then want to put on that the same data engineer, the tag, right? They want to put this on the same project, right? Then let's review it. Okay. Let's check all the inputs, everything, right? Okay. Then let's create it. Why this one is creating? So let's create our key vault. This is our key vault. Let's create it. And the purpose of this key vault is the login that we created and the password created with the user want to put it here. So want to use the same resource group and keep out put this on some one key. Let's see. Okay, that's cool. Then want to leave it the same thing on the east, the same place we left the other one that we created. Want to leave it on standard for practice purpose. This is sub delete. So if you want to leave it for 90 days or all those like kind of 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, so you want to kind of protection, you can enable it, or I don't need all that because I will still go to delete all this, right? The commission, everything. So here you want to enable this vault access policy, right? Which the access policy one here is this name right here, right? So the network want to enable the public for the practice purpose as well. They want to put the tag, same tag used before, then value the same thing. Then let's go ahead and review it. Everything's okay. Got everything's okay, so we can create it. So this video is going to be on the 3 parts. The first part is the theoretical aspect, which I already did it before doing this. So this is the first part, and the second part is going to the third part is going to be on this data break and the Azure snaps analysis, right? And the Power BI. So the reason I want to put in on the 3 parts is because I don't want it too long, right? So let's go ahead and let's go home and see all our resources. These are our resources. The first thing I want to do now is I'm going to go to, let me check the storage account. Let me see if this data lake generator tool is there. Okay, it's here. Okay. Let me create the container. Now let's call this source. Container, call it source, create. So the container has been created. So let's come to the key vault, right? So I want to come to secret key. On the secret key, let's generate an import. So let's give it a name convention. This one is, let's call it username, because I want to save the username here. What is the username for the on-premises username? The on-premises username is Sam1, right? That way, the secret is Sam1, that's username. I can just put this, just put like kind of the database name, name it, database name, adventure works. So can just adventure works username, right? That's what we save there. Save it. I can refresh it. See, it's here. So let's go ahead and put our password there to admin, right? The password, let's put here on-prem or we can as well put like this, where password, right? So what is the password? Come here, copy this, then put it here, put the password here that you copy from your premises, right? So we can as well put a kind of let's just put this one kind of like a password, and put this one adventure, we put like on-premise, like okay, let's put the same name, adventure works password, right? Adventure work password, right? So that's great. And forget to explain this to you. The meaning of this is the date that you wanted to kick to start, right? And that's the meaning of this set active date. And this one is if you want it to expire the date that you want it or this key to be expired, right? So that's what of that. So now the username has been created and the password has been created, right? So next thing we want to do right now is want to go to Data Factory, right? So we want to launch the studio. Okay, it's launching. So what we want to do right now is we want to create our integration. This is integration runtime, right? Want to create our integration runtime, which is one have already been created, the one that will enable when we are creating our data factory. So want to create the one that we're gonna use to inject the data from our premises to data factory. So we want to choose this self-hosted, right? Click on it. So this is Azure SSIS that if you want to use SSIS package to lift and shift, right? So then want to click on self-hosted, continue. So it has of the name. Let's give it on-prem, prime IRS. So on-prem integration runtime. So let's create it. Created. So there's two ways here. The option one is express setup, where the second one is manual. So let's go for this. So if you use the manual, you are going to need one of the two, right? So they launch this express on the system. So it's gonna download it, it's downloading. Already download there. So let's run it. Yes. So it's running. Now this one is running. Let me quickly pause the video so that I know it's not gonna take the video is not gonna be long. Well, integration runtime has been created successfully. So let's close this and let's close this. So we have to wait. Let's wait for it. See that it's unavailable right now. So let's try to refresh this page. Let's refresh it. Okay, you see, it's running right now, right? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a pipeline. For here, create our first pipeline. Let's create a pipeline, then we call the pipeline, let's call it copy pipeline. Copy pipeline, right? That's our pipeline then, right? Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is want to do copy data, right? Copy data. So here can put it copy data, right? So we come to the source. On this source, we want to create our source data set. With a source data set, what is our source data set? So that is SQL Server. Right, these are SQL Server because it is our on-premises, right? So want to create the data set for this. Click on it. So it has of the data the SQL Server name. So let's just put it on-premises, on-prem server, right? On-prem server. So we want to create the link service, which we can as well create a link service over here. But we want to create a link service here. Then go to new, create a new link service. So that's a SQL server. I put a SQL server, right? Then we want to choose our connect integration runtime, which we already created that time, right? You remember the self-hosted. So we choose this. After choosing this, it has us gonna use our server name. What's our server name? Then we have to go back to this, our premises. So we want to pick our server name here. This is our server name right here. This is prod, silver prod, Tech prod, right? Let's cancel this. Then let's put the server name there. Server name, right? Then the database name. So we want to go back there to choose. This is a database I want to use. So want to copy this. Then want to put the database name here too as well, right? So this asks you the authentication, that's authentication, the enhance of the user. So the user that we created the last time, which is just Sam1, right? This is for us to get Sam1. Want to put this username here. So instead of typing the password here, we're not going to type the password. We want to get the password direct from the Azure key vault that we created. So we're going to actually click on this, right? We're going to click on this. Then it asks us secret name, right? So it asks of the secret name. We want to create a new secret name. Let's go to new secret name. It asks us what is the suspicion where the recovery vault is from, right? You choose the suspicion, right? They say Azure key vault name. So we choose the subscription, the key vault that we created the last time when we are creating this. Choose it, right? Then it has this, is it gonna be user assigned, manage identity or system assigned? Choose a system assigned. Then you want to test the connection. So the connection is successful, right? Successful. Then you want to create it. It has been created. But you see, even despite the fact we created that, it still give us secret name, it still fail. So let's go and read the error message. Click on more. You see that operation return on invalid status code forbidden, right? Why is it saying that? So the reason why it's saying this is because we have to go back to our premises. Let's go back to, sorry, we have to go back to our key vault that we created, which is this, right? The key vault. Then let's come to this is key vault, right? Let's come to access policies. On this access policy, what do we say? We name it here that we should only give the permission to this user, right? So the data factory is not included here. So we have to go ahead and create the data factory. So what you have to do is create a new access policy, right? We create a new access policy. So you see secret key. We want to give a permission to the secret key, which is this. We want to give it all permission to secret key, right? So we want to click on next. So as you can see here, these are it. You see, Azure Data Factory, Azure Data Lake. You see, DNS, I want to give it to Azure Data Factory, right? This is Azure Data Factory, which is this. Okay, Azure Data Factory have been selected. So next, we're just gonna, this one is optional, just leave it. Then let's review it. Then let's create. See, Azure Data Factory. Permission has been given there. Let's come back here. Let's refresh this. Loading. Still fail, right? So let's go back here again. Let's go back. So let's go back again there. Give out. So let's create another one. Want to give a permission to this secret, right? Secret permission. So let's click on next. Okay, let's go ahead and choose our data factory name. So let's come here and see the data factory name that we created. And just type here, let's go back here and see the data factory name is some data factory, right? That's the data factory. So let's go back here. Okay, this is it. You see, some data factory. So give a wrong permission before. Okay, next application that is optional. Let's create this. Okay, some data factory. I'm giving permission. Let's come back here. Let's refresh this. So let's see. Okay, the password is here right now. Okay, you see, after we choose the some data factory, because that's the name we choose to create the data factory. So let's choose the password. The password has been chosen. So let's come down. So let's test the connection. Once the connection pass, that means everything is good. Let's wait for the test of connection. So the connection tested was connected, it was successful. So right here, we're going to create this total that's been created. So what you have to do right now is you see it's on-prem server, right? So which can as well put because it's person table, right? So right here, I just gonna give it, I just rename it. So right here, let's check, see, it connect to our on-premises now. So these are all the tables that is on that specific database. So click on this person, because that is what the table I want to move right now. So click OK. So let's wait for it. Okay, so I'm already done with this the source, which we can as well come to this review data to see all the data. Click on review data. See, these are all the data that's on the person.person. These are all the data. Right. Okay. So let's go to this sync. So on the sync, we still have to go ahead and create our data sets, right? So which one, what do we want to use? We want to use data lake generation 2. So there's a data lake generation 2. Click, choose it. Okay. Here I like to use this CSV because on this CSV I can as well put the header on it. So I choose CSV, click OK. So I have to create, then you can put this one in there. Want to do, you can put source, sync data, right? So let's create a new source of storage. So we want to choose same thing, right? Same thing, it has all of this thing here. So auto resolve integration runtime, because data lake is on the on the cloud, right? That's why we're gonna use auto resolve integration runtime. So yeah, I'm gonna use this key account key for my authentication. You can as well choose any SSS, SAS URL, or this server service principal. So, but I'm gonna use this access key for it. Then the subscription, the same subscription. Then here is gonna bring the story account that was created earlier on. So choose it, then come down. Okay. Okay. So everything all right, right? So after choosing the storage account, right, they're just gonna create it. That has been created, right? So what you have to do right here is you see the header, first row as a header, which like as I said before. So we have to just come down here, then we come to this browse, right? Try. Okay. Storage. Browse again. Let's go to the container. We go down here, come to this, come to container, source. It's container. It's not here. So we'll be able to see it. What's going on? Okay, source. Now let me create another container there. Okay, let me go to operation. So okay, okay, everything's okay. Everything's okay. Yeah. Yeah. In the interaction authority coverage is not available. Integration. And audience runtime is enable. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. So interaction authority is disabled. Let's enable it. Come here. Okay, enable this. Enable, then apply. Let me enable it now. Okay, let me refresh this. Okay, still enable. Yeah, wait for it to enable. So let me go ahead and do it after I've already enabled it and go back again. So because I haven't enabled it, so let me just choose this source, right? I choose each source, I click OK. All right, so everything's okay. The header is there. I click OK. Okay, everything is good now. So there's two ways. This is that like that. So let's validate it. Okay, your payment has been validated. Okay. So there's two ways involved. Is either we debug it or I'll use manual trigger. So let me just debug this. Okay, let's wait for it. Okay, let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Refresh. Okay, it is successful. So this is output, this is input, right? And this is the detail. Let's click on detail. So the details show that from SQL Server, then went through the data lake storage, right? So let's get this one out. So let's check the output. This is the output, right? Let's check the input. These are the inputs, right? So now let's publish it. Okay, it's already editing everything we did. So let's publish it. Let's publish it, right? Okay, deploying 5 resources. Okay, the publish is successful, right? So I come here. And then let's go back to our storage account. We can go to our storage account. So let's go to our container now, our storage accounts. For the storage account, then we go to the container, storage account container, right? Source, you see, here's a person. So we can as well come here, do the editing, view and edit. We can do refresh. Oh, this maximum size of this thing I put there is 2 point something. Okay. Okay, I can as well go and adjust that. So it has been created successfully, but because the storage account I created, I cannot choose the size is small. That's why you cannot view the data, but it was successfully. So that is that about that. So the person that the one that created is the yes. This properties. The size is 3 points. 13.5. Okay. That is that about the data factory load. So, and again, the next video I'm gonna do is the video that's gonna bring all the database that is on this, all the table that's on this database, or this table. Like for example, I have a script that, what's that script? I have a script that you can use to check specific that this specific database that start one kind of like person or products, right? So or like this, like you want to check, I want to check all the database that start with this production or any database that start with person. So if I run this script now, it gets this database and get this adventure works. Let me run this. What is it? Okay, already exist. Okay, let me use person, right? Run this. You see, These are all the person, these are all the table on it. Table name, person, all this, right? And if I want to run like this, say address or this person address type, and person phone number. Welcome here, there's a person phone number right here. So, and if you choose human resources, let's just take this out and put human resources, right? So my next video is gonna be based on moving all the database, all the table on this database, right? Instead of moving one by one like what I did, I'm gonna move all this database to the data factory at once. So it's not gonna be one after the other. And one thing I want to show you again is this. In case you want to connect to kind of want to do some kind of load transformation through your Excel, you can as well do like this. You just Excel. This just kind of bonus on this video, right? So we come to Excel, create a new Excel, right? So this Excel, you just come to this data, right? The data, then you come to this get data. So this is want to connect to your connect to your data lake storage, the one that we get there, you want to connect to it, then this is want to get to your database. So let's get to our database and say, well, just kind of like an example, right? Let's load. Okay, to ask of server name, right? So what is the server name? Connect again. The server name is this, right? Copy it. So let's go back to it. Server name. Then as of the database, so we can as well choose the database. Remember, can as well come here and choose the database. Just rename, copy, right? Put it here, right? So okay, still loading. So these are all the tables that's on the database, right? So let's just choose, for example, let's just choose and let this person or person address. Let's just choose this person as person. We choose this. Okay, this is all the data that's inside. So we say is either you want to load or you want to do a data transformation, right? So if we choose data transformation, let's wait for it. So choose any data. So these are the data. So these are data. So if you want to do any data transformation, can do any data transformation from here, right? And after you're done, you can just save it to everything like that. Do any, you can do your transformation from here, data, right? This is person of person. Want to do anything, you can do the transformation from here. So this is number one. And if you want to as well, load it. So these are all the data in there, right? So that is that. You can as well see this. And if you don't want that, you can take this, you can take it down, then you just discharge, right? And if you want to load it, you don't want to do any transformation, you can as well do the same thing as you just did. Get in there, put the this is name, then server name, the same way you did it last time. Just come here, with the server name. See, then go back to Excel. All right, okay. Then we have to again. You can as well come here, just choose another table. Maybe let's choose this customer table. The customer table is empty. Okay, person address. There, the person address. Right, these are all the data there. You can as well load it to your Excel. This everything, right? So you can just save it and put into your container, then to or your there's it. You can save it and put in your container or save it like to use it to make your report. Right. Okay. That is about that. Another video is coming that I'm gonna use to move all the tables on the database to all these tables. So I'm gonna use it to move all these tables to the data factory, which I'm gonna do another video with based on this data break. So how the data has been editing through this Scala, and another video still continuation of that video is gonna based on the automation. So if there's any changes, like we do any changes here, or we automatic reflect on the data factory. So there's a video coming up on that too. So watch out. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.